somehow we got lucky this week.
We did.
Because Nintendo and Sony were like, hey, do you want to just see some presentations on the day you record?
Yay!
And we're like, yeah, sure, let's do that.
Yeah, that sounds
Thank you
good.
very much.
They're like, we'll both do it at the same day. You're welcome.
Thanks. Yay. So that was our episode all sorted out.
Yep.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Ow and Ladium.
Hello.
This is episode number 299, and we are discussing the Nintendo Direct and Sony State of Play from September 13th, 2022.
That's today.
60 minutes of video game announcements from both companies. So, yeah.
One of
Let's
which was
dive into
very
those.
early in the morning.
One of which was very early in the morning. I guess it makes sense why it was early in the morning if the Sony thing was also going to be later in the day.
Yeah.
But also, man, I didn't know how I want to wake up that early. It sucked.
I had to because of work, but I was like commuting while this was all going on.
Not great.
Yep.
Anyways, let's start off with the Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo Direct, which they just announced yesterday that it was going to happen.
Yeah, supposedly it had been delayed because of the Queen dying.
The Queen.
Which makes it funnier with what the last thing announced was. If that's the reason why they had to delay it.
Yeah.
They also they showed it via tape delay for UK audiences, even though they could just watch the US feed.
Right.
And be okay.
Yep.
It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, this was supposed to focus mostly on stuff that would be coming out in the winter. Which I guess for them also meant end of the year, early next year.
I mean, that's still technically winter.
It is, but I feel like a lot of people probably were thinking winter
This year,
as in the end of this year.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I heard about, or the one rumor I saw that people were thinking going into this Direct was that they were going to announce a Wind Waker Twilight Princess bundle.
Yep. That's what I saw
That
too.
did not happen.
That did not happen.
Unsurprisingly. But yes, we got a lot of new things announced today in this Direct.
Lots of farming and lifestyle things.
Farming is in. Tactics games are in.
Yep.
That's it according to Nintendo. Sony, on the other hand, went in a little bit of a different direction.
A little bit.
Yeah. So we begin this episode. Not this episode. We begin this Direct. Excuse me. There's a new Fire Emblem game.
Starring Harley Quinn.
Fire Emblem Engage. So you can play it on your Engage mobile device.
Oh my god. That's a reference I didn't expect in 2022.
This seems like they're focusing way more on it actually being a tactics game and not going into the social aspects that had been, very prevalent since Awakening.
Yeah.
So this kind of has more of the older Fire Emblem style, it seems like. Also, you're able to summon past heroes from Fire Emblem games by having rings and stuff like that. So it seems
Their
interesting.
stand.
Yeah, I guess that would be the way to call it. Apparently, the character designer for the new protagonist and stuff is the same character designer that did the art for HoloLive's Bay, who I interviewed.
Really? I guess the black and red thing makes sense then.
Yeah.
Or I guess his is blue and red, right?
Yes. Half and half hair.
Half and half. Yeah. It
Just like my friend in 2006 had.
Oh,
He didn't have blue and red hair, but he had half regular hair, half blonde hair.
Yeah, half and half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's very Harley Quinn.
So yeah, that is coming out January 20th, 2023. So very soon.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I feel like I heard something that be like, hey, this game's been done and they've just been waiting to put it out. So that's interesting.
Nuts.
After that, It Takes Two is coming to Switch on November the 4th.
Let's traumatize children.
It's probably not going to run as great as it would on another console, but also hey, it's on the Switch now if you want to play it. If you haven't played it.
If you want to murder child toys.
Yay! Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is coming to Switch in early 2023. It is a Fatal Frame game for the Wii. It was never released outside of Japan, and this is the first time you can play it in English.
spoopy.
Very spoopy. They gave details about the second wave of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass.
Yes.
They showed the new hero Ino, who is not who we were thinking it was.
Nope.
So this is just a new character altogether. I'm guessing the third one's also going to be a new character altogether.
Yeah, I saw her silhouette and I was like, that looks like nobody I know. But yeah,
Yeah.
she's still like a robot girl, it seems.
Yes. This says that she brings mechanical abilities. You also have challenge battles that lets players, fight battles against enemies one after the other. And all of this is out on October 13th.
You can get things like swimsuits.
You can. Everyone's got Hammerhammers.
Yo, everybody. Well, okay, no. The Kavessis all have Hammerhammers. So Noah, Uni, and Lance all are showing off them Hammerhammers. The other folks are not doing as much. Although the internet broke a little bit because Tyon's core crystal finally showed up, because there's been a bunch of speculation about that core crystal and whether or not he had one. So, he just had to have his boobies out so that we could see it.
Just had to take the shirt off.
Finally. I mean, that man had so many opportunities to do so. Chose not to until now.
He just wanted to, he didn't want to show off for everyone.
You know what? That's
He's a
fair.
little shy.
That's fair. Not everybody wants to show some skin.
It's true.
He's a tactician. He's a shy boy. He just wants to make some tea.
Yeah. Don't have to take your shirt off to make tea.
Actually, it's probably recommended that you don't take your shirt off to make tea, because
you don't want to burn yourself.
Yeah, that could be hot. Owie. I typically don't like challenge modes, just because I'm not a big fan of that. But I'm excited about the new hero, and I will probably play through them because I am Xenoblade trash.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep. You know what's up.
After that, they unveiled SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake. It's a total shift.
I forgot that even got announced at all.
Yep, it's a new SpongeBob platformer.
Wow.
That comes out next year.
Is SpongeBob even still on the air?
I think so.
What the heck?
So yeah, and then we got another tonal shift when they announced Fitness Boxing of the North Star. Just amazing. This is a spin-off of fitness boxing that's based around Fist of the North Star, because that's sure. Why not? That's coming out in March of 2023.
I want Corona to play this on stream.
I bet she would.
I hope she does.
After that, Oddballers got announced. It is a multiplayer dodgeball game from Ubisoft. It's coming out early next year. They didn't really show too much of it.
I have to say, I don't remember this at all.
Tunic is coming to Switch, aka Zelda Like a Fox. That's coming out on September 22nd, so that is like next week.
Blech.
Or something like that.
I didn't like that game.
I think the interesting thing about that game that like more people have talked about it is that like, it has like the kind of Souls-esque style to it.
Which is why I don't like that game.
But it's also like a lot of people are like compare it to Fez with like the way the puzzles are and everything. It's just an interesting
I don't know.
combination of things.
I loved the puzzles in Fez, and
that demo you played really didn't have puzzles in it. Let's be real.
I played it on Game Pass.
Oh, Nahone.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha,
So like I played more
gotcha.
than the demo, and then I was like, no, I don't like this game, and I gave up and stopped playing it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I gave it more than just a little bit of shake.
Okay.
I'm trying to be fair to it.
You gave it the old college try.
I gave it the old college try, and I was like, this is not for me, which is weird
There you go.
because like everybody's like Zelda, and I'm like, yay, Zelda game. Nope.
After that, they showed off the Front Mission 1 and 2 remakes again. The first Front Mission 1 game is coming out this November this year. The second game will be coming out in 2023, and they're also remaking the third game in the series that will come out sometimes in the future.
Are these the ones that got delayed because of the war in Ukraine?
No, that is Advanced Wars.
Advanced Wars, okay.
Those are still have not come out.
Okay.
This is mechs.
Okay.
Mech Tactics.
Mech Tactics.
Yes.
Okay. I mix things up like that.
No, it's fair. I mean, look, tactics games are abundance in this this direct. So there's a lot of them to go around, and it can be very confusing about which one's which.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Oops. Mistyped something. Oops, magoops.
Type.
After that, they showed off, where am I at? Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which is a remake of Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. They're doing some, like, new things to it where, like, you can physically age, apparently. You can play as, like, a non-binary character.
You can have an angsty teenage child.
Yeah. That is coming out in the summer of 2023. This is a remake, of course, of the GameCube Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, so...
Can they just not use the Harvest Moon name anymore? I don't know what that's about.
Hang on. I think Harvest Moon is owned by Natsume.
Okay.
Let me double check here, because there is a rights issue to this for sure.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. For nearly the next 2 decades, new Harvest Moon games would be released frequently, at which point new games would be released under the title Story of Seasons due to issues with rights with Marvelous when Marvelous chose to move their localization division from Natsume to Xseed Games.
Huh.
So, like, there are Harvest Moon games coming out, but they are not made by the people who originally made Harvest Moon, and they're not good. So the Story of Seasons games are, like, the real Harvest Moon games.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of them recently have been, like, just remakes of old Harvest Moon games.
That makes sense.
That they're putting out and all that. So, yeah, that comes out summer 2023.
Okay.
After that, they showed off Octopath Traveler 2. The sequel to Octopath Traveler. It has 8 characters. They have, like, the same jobs as the first game, I think. And it's another Octopath Traveler game that is coming out.
Sure is an Octopath Traveler game.
It's that HD 2D gameplay again. That comes out February 24th, 2023, and is also coming out on, like, other systems as well that day as well. So it's not getting, like, it's not a Switch exclusive, yeah. So it's, like, on PC and PlayStation as well. After that, there is a trailer for Fae Farm. It is another farming game, which just has they showed off, like, co-op and everything in it, so it's, like, local and online stuff.
This is the one that had fishing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's another farming game that you can do and also play with your friends if you want to. That is coming out spring of 2023. Look neat. Yep,
we'll play that together, I'm sure.
Yeah. After that, they showed off Theatrhythm Final Bar Line, a new Theatrhythm game. Heck yeah, let's go.
Yay!
There are 385 songs from the Final Fantasy series in this game.
That's insane.
That is really wild. Because I think the last Theatrhythm game, like, ended. They put that out right as, like, Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn had come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's obviously a lot of stuff that hadn't been in one of these games that have come out since then. And there's also going to be a bunch of DLC as well, because they did that with, like, the last game as well, where it's like, here's just a bunch of other Square titles like Chrono Trigger, Octopath Traveler, Nier, Live Alive, Mana games, all that sort of stuff. So you can get, like, those as DLC tracks and everything. And then that basically takes up the total number of songs to 502. It's a lot. But yeah, I'm very excited to play another Theatrhythm game. Those games are real fun. And just a good time. Yeah. After that, they showed off some more of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Man, I'm hyped for this.
That game is coming out October 20th.
Wow, that's soon.
That is soon. There is a gold edition, because it's an Ubisoft game, of course, that contains some skins and a season pass.
Great.
But yeah, it's a tactics game for sure. Remember, tactics are the big thing this year.
And farming.
Speaking of farming, Rune Factory 3 Special, a remake of Rune Factory 3, which is it sure is a choice, interesting one. I would not have expected them to remake Rune Factory 3 of all things.
No, same.
But this is coming out in 2023. And then they're also making a new Rune Factory game, which is kind of telling because Rune Factory 5 came out and did not have the best reception. Because that game did not run well on Switch at all.
Yikes.
So hopefully they can figure out how to make that game run well. Following that, we got some news on Nintendo Switch Online for Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online.
Mm-hmm.
New games are coming in the latter half of this year and next year, such as Mario Party, Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3, Excite Bike 64, 1080 degree snowboarding, Pilot Wing 64, Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2, and then also GoldenEye is coming.
Yep.
Which is very surprising. There had been a lot of talks about, like, you know, people had like found out like, oh, there's achievements out there for a GoldenEye remake or something on Xbox, but no one had said anything about it. So it was just like one of those, is that gonna come out or what's going on? But it seems like it's just regular N64 GoldenEye, because that's coming out on the Switch Online expansion pack. It's going to have online multiplayer because, you know, you can play online with the Switch Online stuff. And it's also coming to Game Pass via Rare Replay.
Oh,
but that
no,
version
hey.
apparently does not have online multiplayer.
Oh, that's lame.
Which is probably because of the fact that, like, they would have to do work to that game to do it.
Right.
And they're not going to do that. If you own Rare Replay, I believe you get it for free. So there is that. But yeah, GoldenEye's back.
And that also Mario Party, so you can ruin your friendships.
Yeah, you're going to have to wear a glove if you play Mario Party 1.
Yikes.
You don't want to get a blister on your palm when you do the boat mini game.
Get a blister on your palm and also break up every relationship with people that you love.
Yeah, I can't wait to play some Mario Party with you.
Are you trying to tell me you don't want to be friends with me anymore?
No, we're just going to have a fun time. We're going to have a nice fun time playing Mario Party.
Is that what I'm hearing right now?
No, we're going to have a nice fun time playing the Mario Party. It's a gentleman's game.
Jared is like friendship breaking up with me right now on the podcast.
That is not
everybody.
true. We're just going to have a nice fun time playing the Mario Party. I've not played a Mario Party game.
I haven't played a Mario Party game in years. Probably a decade. If not longer.
So there you go. We can play 1, 2, and 3 when they come out.
All right. Let's do it. We'll have to make a pact beforehand that no one gets mad.
Also, you'll be able to play GoldenEye on a not terrible controller now, so that'll actually make that game probably better.
You mean you don't have 3 hands?
No, I'm looking at them and I only have 2.
Oh, dang. You are not the target audience for the 64
Which
then.
is unfortunate.
Yeah, 3 hands would be pretty cool.
Maybe.
Depends on where the hand comes from, I suppose.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So, following the N64 update, we got a trailer for Various Day Life. It is another life sim game that Square Enix is putting out on Switch. It is out today, but apparently this is a port of a mobile game that didn't do well because it wasn't good.
Yikes.
And they're also charging like $28 for it.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that's not great.
Oofa doofa.
After that, they are putting Factorio on the Switch, which is a very wild thing to think about. Factorio is a like management game where you manage factories and stuff like that.
Yay, capitalism.
That is coming out October 28th. They're putting IB on the Switch, which if you had told me that IB was not on the Switch, I would have been like, IB is totally on the Switch.
Right.
You have to, I believe that 100%. This is a 2D pixel horror game that, you know, is very famous among like indie games and indie game fans and all that sort of stuff. It is coming out in spring of 2023.
Is this game going to scare me if I actually try and play it?
I mean, it is like horror esque.
Is it
I don't
kind
know
of
how
like on
like
the
spooky it
same
is.
vein as like a Mori, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Mario Strikers Battle League is getting a second free update where they're going to put Pauline and Diddy Kong in the video game.
Diddy's here.
He is definitely here and he's ready to play soccer.
Woo.
After that, they showed off Atelier Ryza 3 Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key, which is the new game in that series, coming out February 24th, 2023. I know like nothing about this series other than like they don't sell a lot of copies of it, so it sells out very quickly.
Yep.
And people like the characters because they have big thighs.
Yeah, that's about all I know about it too.
That's it.
And that Cider likes them.
I don't know if they're good games or not, but that's it.
That's it. Big thighs.
They're making another one.
Hard to find.
Yep. They showed off 2 courses from Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. One of them was Merry Mountain from Mario Kart 2, where it's a Christmas-themed course. There we go.
Course.
Gorsh. You. And then Peach Gardens from Mario Kart DS.
Wow.
Which, of course, there's going to be, like, there's 6 more courses that'll come with it, right? So
yeah,
that's only a little bit of it, but a good little tease.
I'm going to assume this is going to be closer to Christmas with that, like, wintry themed.
Yeah, they did say it was coming out this holiday, but they did not commit to a date or, like, a time frame other than that.
Nahone.
But yeah, it's probably, like, December-ish.
That would be that's our late November.
Because they usually have a big chunk of time, at least, you know, there was a chunk of time between the first and second wave.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this would put it around the same time as that. If you put it out in December or something like that.
Well, we'll have to stream it again, and I'll have to yell again.
Yes, exactly.
I'm so excited.
Nintendo Switch Sports is getting its first update, which is going to bring golf. That is getting pushed, I think, to December or the holiday season. But it is golf. I'm eagerly excited to see how like speedrunners break golf in this, like they did in like Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be fun to see. But it is golf. After that, Shigeru Miyamoto showed up and was like, "Hey, we're making a movie and we're bringing Nintendo World to Hollywood." Anyways, enough of that. Hey, did you hear about Pikmin Bloom, which is a mobile game we put out last year and has been out for a while? Anyways, let's throw a trailer for it because, I don't know, we're just wasting time here.
It was such a weird transition. Then he's like, look at all these places where I've walked and where I haven't walked. And like, I mostly hang out in Kyoto, but like sometimes I go to Osaka. And look, here I went to Tokyo. But I'm like,
do you realize you can't really do that much walking in the States, my dude?
I'm like, what am I watching right now? What is happening?
Miyamoto's like, please download this game. Please. And then after that, they showed off an announcement trailer for Pikmin 4, which had been announced already like 6 years ago. And then now it's announced again. There was a quote from Miyamoto like 6 years ago. He's like, yeah, Pikmin 4 is in development. We are real close to finishing up on it.
Ooh.
Yep, sure,
Yikes.
That's coming in 2023. I've never played a Pikmin game, so like I was like, okay, sure.
The first Pikmin's fun. I haven't played any after that.
Congratulations, Pikmin fans. That game's finally going to come out.
I'm proud of you, Pikmin fans. This is good for you.
After that, they showed off a trailer for Just Dance 2023. It's a Just Dance game. It's coming November 22nd. It's not coming out on the Wii, though.
Dang it.
Which is unfortunate.
Dang it.
I know. Very sad. After that, we got a new trailer for Harvestella, the Square Enix farming sim. Can you survive the season of death?
So metal.
Very good. That is coming out November 4th. There is a demo out as of now. We have not played it. I haven't downloaded it, but I have yet to touch it. I'm very excited to play that game and
Mine
see
is
what it's all about.
downloading now.
Yes.
As we speak.
Following that, we got a new trailer for Bayonetta 3. All the familiar faces are here.
I was so excited to see Luca again.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
That is coming out October 28th, so that is also soon.
Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Halloween with Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Following that, we got a trailer for Enigma Archives Rain Code, which is this is a new game from some people who made Danganronpa. I don't know exactly who.
I don't either.
That's something I should look up.
Like the art style looks very much like Danganronpa, but
Yeah, that's definitely the Danganronpa character designer.
yes.
What's the name of this? Enigma Archives. Rain Code. But I don't know though if like Kodoka's on this or anything.
I mean, it says it's done by the game studio. Was it Tokyo Games?
He's a writer on it.
Okay.
So I guess he's doing it. Masafumi Takada's on this, who's the composer for Danganronpa, and obviously the character designer's back. So yeah, this is the Danganronpa team. So
all right.
There is that.
Well, hopefully it's good. It looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think though. The last time they did like a third-person game in that kind of vein was Danganronpa Another Episode, and that wasn't great.
No. Also, I did not expect to scroll down and see Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? Oh, okay. Dark fantasy setting influenced by the work of Tim Burton. Okay.
There you go.
Interesting. I will probably play it.
Yeah. That comes out spring of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
It looked interesting.
It did look interesting.
Yeah. After that, Resident Evil games are coming to Switch via cloud versions. You're going to be able to play a demo of Resident Evil 8 today. And then also 7, 2, and 3 will be coming to Switch via cloud versions.
Sorry.
Breathe. Village is coming out on October 28th. And then the other 3 will be out sometime this year. So there's that. I guess if you have not played any of the new Resident Evil games and you want to play them on Switch, you can.
For some reason.
You could do that.
If that's all you've got.
Yeah. After that, they showed off a reveal of Sifu coming to Switch. This has been out on PlayStation for a while, but is now coming to Switch on November 8th. It is a like martial arts action game.
Revenge.
After that, we got a new trailer for Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Zach!
Your boy Zach. That is coming to Switch as well. I don't know if that had been announced for Switch. Maybe it had. I don't remember.
I don't remember that it did. I have it pre-ordered for not Switch, but
yeah, it's coming out to other places.
I kind of had a brain moment earlier of like, if I get it for the Switch though, it's like sort of like playing on the PSP, but a bigger PSP.
Oh my God.
But I really should just get it on a like actual pretty
the
console.
Switch is gonna ship with a UMD as well.
I'm
then they also
so excited for this though. I'm not even joking. Like I
know.
love Crisis Core, and I hope that this game like holds up because I haven't played it in a long time.
How do you like slots?
I mean, I like the slot system in the game, and I love Zach. So I do appreciate that there was an announcement earlier that it was like play along with Zach Fair, Sephiroth, and Cloud, and somebody's like, why don't they have Cloud's last name? Why is Zach the only one that gets the last name? And then they're like, wait, does Sephiroth even have a last name?
No.
It's like this whole like last name commentary going on in the comments. It was great.
To be fair, I feel like anytime they mention Zach, they mention full name.
Yeah,
he's never just Zach.
I think that Zach is like too common of a name that they have to put Zach Fair. Like if you're going out with Sephiroth and Cloud,
who other character in Final Fantasy is named Zach?
None, but I'm just saying that like it's a common name, whereas Cloud and Sephiroth are very clearly not common names.
Yeah, but it's funnier if he's just like common name dude and then Cloud and Sephiroth.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Oh man,
I love Zach. Zach is the best. Let's do all the squats in honor of Zach.
They did announce a date for this of December 13th, which I don't think they had announced previously.
I would say I didn't know that we had that previously, but like cool. Guess I know what I'm doing for the holiday.
Yep, there you go.
Going on a date with Zach Fair.
Yeah. The arcade shoot 'em up Radiant Silvergun is also coming to Switch. That is out today, I believe.
I did not expect to see that.
Sure. Endless Dungeon is coming to Switch as well next year. This is a part of the Endless series, I believe. It's like a roguelike. You play through dungeons. It's one of those kinds of games. But it's made by Sega. After that, they announced Tales of Symphonia Remastered.
Yep.
Which is surprising. This is a remake of the 2003 Tales of Symphonia, coming out in early 2023. Which they had done, I think, remakes of this for the PC and the PS3 before. But this is taking it to like another generation of consoles and stuff, so neat to see. I have not played this game. I hear it's good, though.
It is good. It's very good.
But I've also heard that people are like, I don't know, going back to that combat is going to be that great, so.
That is something that I would, yeah. I'm not sure. It was good when it came out. I will say that.
Right. But that was also 20 years ago.
Correct. Oh my God. I can't believe you just said that. Oh, buddy.
And then we got a little bit of a sizzle reel of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They showed off the Life is Strange Arcadia Bay collection, which that's finally coming out on September 27th. That includes the remastered version of Life is Strange and of Before the Storm. They showed off a little bit of Lego Brick Tales, which is a Lego game. That's all I can tell you. Romancing Saga Minstrel Song Remastered is coming to Switch on December 1st. It is another Saga game. And then Disney Speedstorm is coming out sometime this year. That is the Disney Kart Racer. And then Fall Guys Season 2 is coming on September 15th. Which I thought was weird that they put a trailer in for Fall Guys Season 2 of all things.
Yeah.
Where was my new Fall Fortnite season trailer, huh?
Where was it?
I don't know. They haven't announced anything for it yet, so that's probably why.
Rip.
After that, we got back to some more announcements, and they are putting Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe on the Switch. This is a remake of the Wii game from 2011. So if you played the Wii game, you will know what that is, but if you haven't, now you can play it on the Switch. That is coming out on February 24th of 2023. New old Curb.
New old Curb.
Did you play this game?
Nope.
Neither did I. But it is Curb. And then finally, we had our one final thing. And Link got on screen and shot the Queen of England, and then he just teabagged her, and that's why the UK could not watch this direct.
Jesus Christ, Jared.
Hey, the monarchy.
Yeah, the monarchy.
Colonialism.
Yeah, that too.
So there you go. But no, we got a new look at the Breath of the Wild 2 sequel, which they remember the last time they showed us off, they're like, look, we have a new subtitle for this game, but we can't tell you it because of spoilers. And they're just like, oh, by the way, it's just called Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Which they didn't really show off much of this. It was kind of like, well, here's Link climbing.
Yep.
He's in the air. He's got a glider. Anyways, here's the title. And by the way, it's coming out May 12th, 2023.
It has a very big, like, Skyward Sword vibe to it.
Which I think is what a lot of people said when they first showed off, like, some of the key art for this game.
Yes.
Originally. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what exactly is going on in this game because they really haven't showed off a lot of it.
Nope. We don't really know a whole lot of the plot or anything.
But it's still very surprising that if you would have told me that, Breath of the Wild is going to come out in 2017 and then that they were going to make another one, I would not have expected it to take over 6 years for it to come out. Especially
because they had the resources already.
Yeah, I wonder if, something happened in development. Obviously, COVID happened. That's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
But, because they showed off that initial teaser trailer, and then, they've not shown anything in that style or nature since then. So I wonder if, at some point, they rebooted development on this or something. And that's why it's taken so long.
Well, one thing that also is worth noting is that, Xenoblade 3... that team also worked on the first Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. So they might have had to wrap up Xenoblade before they could really put in.
But they would have wrapped up 2 around the time that first teaser came out.
Yeah.
Of course, they went on to make, the first one or the remaster of the first one, and then they made 3, but I would be very curious to hear about what happened with this game, if something happened with this game, I should say, because we don't know for sure. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. 6 years since the last one.
I'm really excited for it, though.
But yeah, May 12th, 2023. That game is coming out unless they delay it again.
I'm gonna have to save up vacation time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am very, very glad that the faculty are not currently on campus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, like, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal because it was like 7 in the morning anyway. I think it was more like 7:20 at that point, but still, I was a little screechy.
Yep.
Little screechy.
Little screechy.
Little screechy. I was really excited.
But yeah, that was
my brother and I were screaming at each other via text.
That was the Nintendo Direct for the day. 40 minutes of stuff. A good variety of different things.
It was pretty solid. I think it was pretty solid.
Certainly not like an all-time banger Direct or anything, but like a good amount of just like neat stuff that's in there. Even if like some of it's not stuff I want to play or anything. It's like there's a good variety of fun things in there. Yeah.
I mean, like, we've definitely seen better Directs, but this was not a bad Direct by any means.
Yeah. Later in the day, we got Sony's State of Play, which they got out ahead and were like, hey, this is going to be 20 minutes. We're going to show off 10 games. A lot of this is going to be from our Japanese developers and partners and everything, and it's going to tie into TGS later in the week, which I think is also one of the things why there's 2 of these happening right now is because Tokyo Game Show is happening very, very soon.
Right.
So that's a reason why. But yeah, we got the Sony State of Play, and I would say probably one of the better State of Plays they've done. Usually these don't go that well.
They usually don't. I was pretty underwhelmed, as I usually am with State of Play, but
a lot of these games are stuff that you would play.
Correct. So like me being underwhelmed is not surprising.
No.
But like I'm excited for people that are actually interested in this kind of games, except for like one particular one that was like.
We'll probably get into that. They
kick
things off.
We'll get into it. Of course, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, you're right. They kick things off with a game that got teased at EVO this year, and now has formally been announced. Tekken 8 is coming.
Tekken.
They showed off a real-time fight between Jin and Kazuma, and it was very good.
There was tornadoes
happening behind them.
I was like, oh my god.
Volcanoes. I hope someone gets thrown in a volcano. Tekken's very good. Tekken 7 was really, really good, so I'm hoping Tekken 8 just follows suit and just keeps up the momentum they had. And I would be very curious to see what kind of weird guest characters they would put in Tekken 8. Because, Tekken 7 had Geese Howard, it had Noctis, it had that dude from The Walking Dead, just some weird stuff.
I forgot Noctis was in that.
Yeah, he plays real fun in that game too, because he can just like dart around because of his weird weapon abilities.
Right.
But yeah, they did not announce a date or anything. They literally was like, hey, we're putting it out, stay tuned. But yeah, Tekken 8 sounds very good. After that, we got some PlayStation VR 2 stuff. They announced Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition for PSVR 2 in 2023. It's a Star Wars game. They make a bajillion of those now. And then Demio coming to PSVR 2. It's like you're playing a tabletop RPG, but you're playing it in VR. Which, sure. It definitely felt like a game. I was like, this doesn't really feel like it needs to be in VR, but okay.
No, and I noticed at one point, like, there was a weird, like, shaky hand moment that I was like, oh, God. It bothered me a lot.
After that, we got probably the announcement of the State of Play for us. Holy they're putting out Yakuza Ishin over here for the first time ever.
It
is now titled Like a Dragon Ishin. It is the feudal era Yakuza game.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I believe it's the second one.
It's the second, yeah.
Yeah. But either way, they are rebuilding it from the ground up. It's going to be an Unreal Engine 4, which is very surprising that they're not putting it in their own engine.
Yeah, that's very surprising.
But it looks real good.
It looks super good.
I'm going to play this game.
I'm probably going to watch you play this game.
This is coming out in February of 2023. So that's very good. It's coming out to like everything, like PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So that's cool for everyone.
Yeah.
But
Oh
yeah,
man,
I'm
it looks
very
good.
excited.
I mean, I might could try and see if I can play the gameplay on my
It's
own.
gonna be Yakuza, like original Yakuza style
Yeah,
gameplay.
yeah, it's the brawler
Hmm.
style, which I'm not good at. Sorry, I have a
But
cat on me now.
it's fine. It's gonna be fun to see like everyone's ancestors, quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. In this, but
So
yeah, I'm very
good.
excited to play this because like they showed the Sega thing, like it was like Japan 18, blah blah blah. I was like, oh my god, are they really gonna do this? Oh my god, and then they
When
did it.
when the announcer was saying that it was a game that had not been released in the
Yeah.
West yet, I was like, they are not going to. They're not going to. Oh my god, they're doing it.
They're gonna show more of this at the RGG Studios thing they're doing tomorrow as we're recording this, where they're
At
probably gonna also
3
show off.
a.m. for me.
Yeah, where they're probably also gonna show off Yakuza 8 potentially.
I hope so.
But yeah, they'll show off more of this game, and I'm very excited to see
Yo.
all that stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm so excited, man. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
After that, they had to take it down a bit and be like, "Hey, we're doing this exclusive mission in Hogwarts Legacy." I'm just like, I don't care in
I
the
sleep.
slightest.
I sleep.
That game comes
Nope.
out February 10th, 2023. After that, they showed off the debut game from Ironwood Studios, which I don't know who Ironwood Studios is. I should look that up. But they showed off, what's the game called? Pacific Drive. It is like a run-based driving game.
Yeah.
Which seems like, okay, that's cool for me. I thought it looked very neat. I don't think it's going to look very neat for you, per se.
Nope.
But, like, I saw that and I was like, this seems cool. I think I would play this video game. Because it's, like, dystopian and, like, things are falling on you. And you have to, like, drive around it and, like, not die. But it seems neat. Trying to see if I know anyone on this team that like is like, oh right, this is a person. But none of these people are very recognizable to me, so I mean that's just a thing. Oh, someone on this team worked on Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
There you go. And then a bunch of other games. Anyways, yeah, that looks real cool. They also announced their PlayStation Stars digital collectibles that are totally not NFTs. Definitely wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Those are coming soon if you really want them.
Ooh.
Following that, they showed off a game called Synduality, which is just a great name.
Yep.
It is mech combat. It's coming out next year on PS5. It is very anime and mechs. And I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Hello?
Dude gets shocked and is like, that's the most excitement I've had waking up in a long time.
Like, this looks interesting. They showed off a new trailer for Stellar Blade, which was formerly Project Eve. It is a Korean action game.
There's a lot of jiggle physics.
Boy, howdy, there was. She literally takes a step and they're like, I was like, good lord.
Y'all need to tone that down. Boobs don't do that. Like I know I don't have big boobs, but I do know how boob physics work, and it's not like that.
You literally don't like just take a brief movement to the left and there's like
they just wobble back and forth like those weird little ball things people used to put on their desk when they would drop the ball and they would bounce back and forth.
Oh my god.
Oh man, the boob physics. Ooh.
Yeah, that was something. Also, everyone looked very shiny.
Everybody looked very shiny and jiggly.
Yes. It is very much a character action game in the style of like a Platinum game, it seems like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming out
very
next
jiggly,
year.
Like Bayonetta-ish kind of game.
Yeah. And it's a PS5 console exclusive.
Whoa.
After that, they showed off a new game from Team Ninja called Rise of the Ronin, which seemed pretty cool. It's like you're a samurai and people are coming to Japan and trying to colonialize it, and you're like, I don't like this. I'm a samurai. I'm going to stop this. But it looked cool. It was a neat looking trailer, but it's not coming out until 2024. So it's like, oof, that's a long ways away. But it's a neat looking game from what they've shown of it so far. And then they showed off a God of War Ragnarok controller, and then they ended the state of play. Or at least I was hoping that was going to be it.
That was wild.
That would have been very funny.
I was like, that sure is a controller. Okay.
Like, okay. And then they showed off a new trailer for God of War Ragnarok as well, of course.
Yep.
That's coming out November 9th, I think, for PS4, PS5. It looks like God of War for sure.
Yep, sure does.
Yeah, that new style. I did like how Kratos says in that trailer that death can have me when it earns me, which is just an amazing line.
That's a metal line.
Holy
agree.
crap. So yeah, it definitely looks like this is a game where they're going to focus more on the son and be like, he's got to grow up and learn how to protect Kratos. And Kratos is like, I don't need protection. I'm Kratos, grr, man, God of War. They said God of War in this trailer as well. They said the title of the game.
They said the thing.
They said the thing. Yeah, the game looks nice. I thought the end where he's like throwing the axe at Thor's hammer and it's just bouncing off him. I thought that looked cool.
Bunk.
And Thor looked chunky. Chunky Thor.
Chunky.
But yeah, that game comes out in November. A lot of people seem to like that reboot they did. When it came out like in 2017.
Right.
So presumably people will like this one as well. He's gonna be grumpy. Grr.
Grr.
But yeah, that is the state of play. They ended up with God of War because, of course, that makes sense. But I think it was a very interesting slate of games that they showed off as well.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more Japanese focused, like they had said, of course. But it's an interesting slate of games. I feel like Nintendo, they were like, "Hey, do you want some farming games and some tactics games?" Whereas Sony was like, "Hey, do you want some samurai games?"
Yep.
Samurai and some action games? We got those for you.
You want some jiggle physics?
Well, you want some jiggle physics? We got those too.
Oof.
God.
I'm sorry. It was like the
No.
thing.
Look, that was definitely just something that was very noticeable in that trailer. So
yes,
it was hard to admit.
Yes.
Just like
it's like Jello. Jello jigglers on her chest.
Oh my God. But yeah, that's the state of play, and that is the Nintendo Direct. A good swath of games, I think, across both presentations.
Yeah,
like, there's something for everyone in either of those.
Yeah, I agree.
So a lot of neat stuff there. I thought it was a good showing for both companies.
What do you think, Maxwell?
Maxwell's like, I want to play Tekken. I want to throw someone in a volcano.
I bet he
does. I want to see some jiggle physics.
Oh God, no! Protect his innocent eyeballs. He can throw somebody in a volcano, I guess.
I want to see feudal era Kiryu.
Oh, he could definitely see that.
And Majima and who else is in there? Ryuji.
And their jiggle physics.
And their jiggle physics. They're gonna have some jiggle physics.
Yep.
I hope we get to see some like shirt throwing off, but like feudal era shirt throwing off, so they throw off like robes and stuff.
Yo.
That's what I'm here for.
Yo.
Who all was in Yakuza Ishin? Because I know it's just like all like here's a bunch of ancestor characters.
It looked like Akiyama was in there.
I think Akiyama's also in. It's basically just like everyone. Everyone's here.
Everyone's here.
But I don't know if like it says like here's all the characters. It's just like here's their new names. I'm just like I don't know who they are.
Yeah, there's one guy that I was trying to figure out who the heck he was, but I can't remember who he was.
Oh, Kiryu literally is supposed to be Sakamoto Ryoma.
What?
From Alive and history fame.
Oh, well, he's gotta get murdered.
Oops.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Well, maybe that's why they didn't make another one of these games.
Yeah, maybe. That's an interesting thing that they would like imply that he's his ancestor, like knowing what he's about.
You can befriend a dog.
All right, game of the year, cool.
Ryoma decides to become the guardian of a teenage girl called Haruka after her parents pass away. You could farm? Oh my God, it's a farming game.
It's a farming game.
There's fishing in this game. Yep.
Is there really fishing?
It's basically the same as the Yakuza 5 fishing, apparently. But there's fishing. There's also karaoke.
What?
And you can also make udon and traditional Japanese dancing.
I'm so excited to play this game. Or potentially watch you play this game. I haven't
Yeah.
decided what's going to happen there
Okay,
yet.
so Kiryu's in this. Kazuma is in this.
Okay.
Nishiki's in this. Date's in this. Mine's in this. Mine's the dude from 3?
I think
Yes.
yeah,
He's the antagonist of 3.
the roof guy. Like
Yeah, the roof
he's
guy.
he's the one that was actually on the roof.
Hamazaki. Who's Hamazaki? He's the dude in 3 and 4.
Okay.
He's the dude in 3 who like stabs Kiryu at the end of the game.
Sure.
Now we're getting into like spoilers for Yakuza games, but like, hey, we talked about those games. Majima's in this.
Saejima.
And then other Kiryu, I guess.
Other Kiryu?
There's another Kiryu version here.
Okay.
Morinaga is the antagonist of 5. He's that one dude at the end.
Okay.
He's the one dude who like goes after Kiryu at the very beginning and then turns out to be the bad guy.
Right.
Hayashi. Who is Hayashi? He is a dude from the first game. Apparently he's a boss fight in 1.
Okay.
Don't remember. Kashiwagi's in this.
Okay.
Who is Yahata? He's just a dude in 5. All right.
All right. Some dudes are there.
Baba is in this. Maybe he won't die like he does in 3. Or no, he doesn't. He dies in 5 because he's the dude that runs around with Saejima.
Right.
Who is Ogita? He's the dancing coach in 5.
Oh my god. What's he doing there?
He's just here. Aizawa is also one of the dudes in 5 who tries to find Kiryu at the very beginning. And then Kugihara is the creepy inmate in the prison in 5. And then, of course, we got Daigo. We got Watase. You know, them dudes.
Give Samurai Daigo a puffy jacket.
Yeah. We have Aoyama, who is the secretary for the chairman in Yakuza 5 and then turns out to be a bad guy. Shocker.
Right.
We have Akiyama. We have Ryuji. We have the florist. We have Birei.
Really?
We have Hana.
What?
And then we have Haruka.
Okay.
So there's all of that.
Everybody's here.
That's why I'm excited to play this game.
I'm so excited for this game.
I want to see how all these characters show up and they're like different versions of them and just like what is happening.
Right. Oh man, this was definitely the announcement of the state of play for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I'm eager to see more of it when they do the RGG thing, and hopefully we get to see some Yakuza 8 as well.
I'm really hoping. I will not wake up for 3 in the morning for that, but I will.
No, that's fair.
I will watch it when I wake up.
Yeah, when you wake up. But yeah, that is the direct. That is the state of play. That is all the announcements for Tuesday, the 13th of September. Oh, and they also put out a new Hot Shots golf game on Switch.
Right.
Easy come, easy golf. Will you let me know? Such a great name. Such a great name. It's just a port of the iOS Hot Shots golf game, but like they just changed the name and made it better.
Yes.
So there you go. But yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And that's going to do it for our podcast this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared to Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early, and a whole wealth of bonus content as well. Next week,
300.
The big 300. And you know how we do things around here.
Chaos.
Where we get to the 100 anniversary episodes. We like to do dumb things,
Yes.
and we're gonna do something dumb next week.
Wasn't 200 the one where we watched the Michael Jordan documentary?
Correct.
Oh man.
Which is also a good one.
That was a good one. That was a good one. This is gonna be good too.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. We're gonna do something next week, and it's gonna be dumb. That's all you need to know.
Celebrate 300 with us.
Celebrate 300 with us in a fun, dumb way.
Yes.